Hey, PJ. I am a combination of decent and frustrated. And it's almost all because of me. Because I procrastinate everything. So I'll admit I did it to myself. How are you tonight? I can remember which one I'm clicking to get back. There we go. Into game. Also, I haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics in ages. I have a dog around here somewhere. Dude's always all over the place. It's such a good game. There he is. Also, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing on the farm today. I think finishing off grass work and maybe feeding animals? Yeah, feeding animals. A remastered version of Final Fantasy Tactics. I would dig that out and play it. Honestly, it's been so long since I played that. I think I was still in high school last time I played that. Got 12 tabs. I think I'm supposed to wait till next month to plant corn. I think that was my plan here. This farm has so much stuff going on, it's crazy. Ogre Reborn. I'm not familiar with that one. I will have to take a note of that and take a look at it later. And my pen. Tactics, Ogre Reborn. I'll put that somewhere where I can actually see it. Really? Then they're off to a good start to begin with. I have... So, starting this off, I'm actually doing, like, the daily checklist for here at the farm. There's, like, 100 different things I have to do before I actually start the work day for the farm itself. I gotta check methane level in this, which is empty, and that is full. Okay. Third iteration. That goes all the way back to the SNES. I didn't realize it went that far back. Uh-oh, I see people jumping into Rocket League. I never knew that. I need a new spot for this trailer. Actually, I need to just be done with this greenhouse thing. Eventually, I plan on getting rid of this one. That's one of those wild things that you think about when you look at some of these older games, is that their remakes are on the systems that are now considered iconic classics. It's a really bad spot for this trailer. All that for like $1,000 worth of produce. Remakes of remakes, yeah. I'm getting a little too many of those nowadays. Also, I know there's a little bit of unrealism with the way I pick up the pallets and stuff, but I don't really care. While I do play this farm on extremely hard settings, I don't go for ultra realism. As long as I don't end up having happen what happened on, so I actually haven't had it happen in a while. On an old farm I did a long time ago in one of the other games, I wound up with a tractor that tried to pick up a pallet with the front loader, and the pallet glitched into the ground, ripped the front loader off the tractor, and sent the tractor flying across the map. At that point, I just said screw it, and I stopped doing anything with pallets. Now, that was like 2 games ago. So, obviously, pallet physics and stuff have improved. They still have some issues, like the fact that I'm driving forward and that pallet is drifting to the left. Or they like to do that. But, it's a game. I expect things like that. Do I have animals to sell today? I have some to sell tomorrow. Any cows? 28 months. End of the year. I still make one of my bosses at work laugh when I tell them that I learned how to run our forklift at work from this game. Like, some of the tricks and stuff I've learned with how to maneuver, I learned playing this. Okay, that's the greenhouse is done. These guys are a lot of work, but they also bring in, like, huge amounts of money. I think, oh no, gold is what I gotta sell next, I think. Oh man. Get in there. There we go. Wonder if I'll make enough money tonight to buy the first part of the BGA I want to build. So, if you're curious, this farm is... The map is no man's land. It's literally a blank map for you to start with. So all the stuff you see here, everything here I have built. I paid for it all by farming. I literally started this map with a pickup truck and a chainsaw. That was it. You shouldn't be here. I've put way too much time into this map, honestly. And I know there's some changes I'm making to it for just for simplicity reasons, like the fact that for the most part I am getting rid of a lot of the mods that I was using. For my vehicles and stuff, I think I only have 4 mods left for vehicles. Sorry, 5. And equipment. Now this one I can excuse because it literally comes with the map. I can't get rid of it. That truck right there is a mod. That trailer is a mod. Those two pieces you see in that shed and my pickup truck in the shed in the garage is a mod. I have a mower over there, and so is that little trailer. As far as I can remember, that's all the mods I have. For equipment, at least. I think everything else is base game right now. I think. I might be missing something. Levels is this at? Okay, that's still good for a few more days. My farm is actually getting big enough to the point that there's some things I'm just not doing anymore. Like, this is a horse pen. You can see I have the stuff for it. I have a horse trailer. This is a thing for water. I have my access to the inner area over there. I just stopped doing the horses. They're too much work for not enough money for what I'm doing. I wanted to try and change the numbers in the XML file so you actually earn more for the horses. But for whatever reason, I changed the number on the horses and all of the productions on the map vanish. I was like, that's not right. Y'all want some gold? I could use this on my Minecraft world. I'm actually running out of gold on that one. And I need a good amount. Now, this stuff is heavy. Like the only thing I can't do more than 2 pallets on. Why are you trying to nuke chat? I think gold sells next in June. Oh, the horses. Gold, 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 gold. Gold is July. Look at that, $9,500 a pallet. And I have 23,000 plus the 6 pallets here. This stuff is a nice chunk of money. I have one major issue with this farm right now. There's not enough meat to run it, all of it. Really. I've actually resorted, so I gave myself a ton of rules when I started this farm. Like, one rule is I'm not allowed to lease or rent equipment. I have to buy. I can buy it, use it, and sell it, but I can't borrow anything. Now, the way you're saying hired help, I'm allowed to use it because just because as the farm gets bigger and bigger and bigger, there's no way I can do everything myself. But the catch is, for the beginning of it, I actually could not use them because my rule for hired workers is I can only hire number of workers equal to how many plots of land I own minus 1. So I couldn't hire any workers until I bought my second plot of land. And even then, I could only hire 1. Now, I can hire 5. Not that I ever used more than like 1 or 2. I'm actually in the middle of working on setting up a vineyard area I've got some of the equipment I need for it, but not all of it. I still need to put in the actual vineyard. And then I get to start working it, which is, that's going to be painful. I'm actually still trying to figure out how I want to actually go about setting that up. We finished the pallets, which I think I just got to go check if there's bread, and then I can go run off and check on whether that I can go look at the other farm. Let's go this way. I'm working on multiple projects at once on this farm. And it does it does wear down a little. Let me think. Is there anything else I have that's modded equipment? All of that is base game. Oh, sorry. I have 2 more pieces of modded equipment. These 2. They are both from a Kubota pack. Just because this is actually smaller than the sprayers in-game. And this also allows me to put lime in it, which we'll be using that later. That's probably the only mod I'm going to keep for equipment. Well, and maybe this trailer, because that's a mobile workshop thing. I haven't decided where I want to put my actual workshop down on the farm. Maybe I'll put that right here. Replace this little open air greenhouse with a workshop. Get off. Yeah, I'm done with that for the second. I need to be over here because I need a tractor. This is my Valtra farm. Everything is Valtra here. I'm about to have to change that because they're starting to get to the point that I don't have enough horsepower available. Get some fuel before we get this thing, get this going. So as you see, I do have sheep. I do have cows over there. And we're here for the cows. I have dairy and I have beef cattle. I need this door. Oh, I gotta go over to the pig shed. Dang it. I forgot to put that over there. Yeah, there's a little bit of this in here. So yeah, I'm in the middle of working on getting pigs going too, but I don't even think... Yeah, you can kind of see their shed way over there in the background. It's kind of hard to cram everything into this little space over here. Get some silage. I think if I remember right, I need 9,000. 9,000. Where is my thing? Wish I could do this from whatchamacallit. Hey, how do I do this? There we go. I don't do promotions. I don't buy anything. Sorry, if I buy something, it's going to be a legitimate company. Not bots. Okay, so let's go ahead and plop this down here. Get that turned on. I need to pull out... How much does this have? 8,000. I need one of you. For hay bales, I need 4. So part of that, Cal, is I don't have any bots enabled on my channel. I don't have any security stuff at the moment. I've been procrastinating that one for like the past 3 months. So yes, I still get them. Besides, they're always trying to figure out new ways to force them onto everyone. The worst part about it, you know the bots are going to take all the good usernames. So eventually there's going to be no usernames we can use. Most people don't see them anymore. You get like one every couple months. But at the same time, a lot of people have their filters and stuff set up to just stop them anyways. But since I don't have any of them set up, they still get through. Nice full load. Kind of surprised. I'm pretty sure I smoothed that area out. Because I may have fixed that again. Cows will probably take this entire trailer and then most of another one. These cows eat a lot. Okay, but I do need to go get the straw blower that's over at the pigs. Even though I don't have pigs yet, it's already over there. Yeah, I was right. Took the whole thing. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a hedge around that little area or if I just want to leave it open like that. Or like a little fence or something. It's one of the handful of green spaces I actually have around my yard. And I put way too much silage into here. Because I wasn't paying attention. Can I put it back? Oops. Probably not, because this is a production. I wonder if I can cheese things a little bit, because this is a modded silo. Hey, I can cheese it a little bit. We'll get this back out. There, that's good. We'll get that back out in a second. That's what I get for not paying attention. Oh, you know what? I could have just put that in the methane production right here. Could have just put that in there. Make some more methane while I'm at it. I really do need to smooth this spot out. Why is that so rough? Oh, probably because of the tree that's there. Fun fact, that's an original tree. I did not plant that. One of the only ones left on the farm. So you should take all of that. We'll take all of this. And then a little more straw. Camera? One of those weird collision things where I just lose audio. I always hate those. That should be it for the cows, I think. I don't think they take more than 2. I still need that. Because I should have done this the other way around. These will both go over to the sheep. I remember seeing a video or a stream a while back of someone who's complaining about all of the bale handling tools that are base game. With the exception of the round bale handler and the spike for the front loader, I never have any problems. I can't work the round one to save my life. I always make a mess when I'm using that thing. These will stack up here. It'll rip through none of them. Because I didn't put them close enough. Okay, there we go. Did I give you all a bale yesterday? Shouldn't have. Okay, we'll put the other one back though. No need to have it over here. I think I'm probably gonna need a couple more straw bales for the cows. And then I can go off and run off and do some other stuff. Dude, the gravity gun would be amazing. I love the gravity gun. Especially when you get the super mod for it at the end of Half-Life. Was that 1 or 2 that had that? Been so long since I played that. I should go play it again. I think that's at the end of 2. But you get the super grav gun, which means you can like push cars and stuff around. One of the favorite things to do with the grav gun was death by radiator or picking up saw blades. I hope this doesn't take the whole thing. Okay, there we go. Put this back in our shed here. We'll go get our straw one. Right? Whoever thought a physics gun could decapitate was a genius. So, I'm gonna admit, this is the newest part of my farm. So I have two fields here, the pig pen, but like nothing else yet. Eventually, I'm gonna put in another shed right here. It's gonna get something. I haven't decided what's gonna come over here. This whole corner is gonna become a BGA biogas plant. That would just make me a ton of money. And then, of course, I'll have pigs over here, so they'll be doing their thing. I have 500 liters of straw in here. I'm going to need a lot more than that. That button. Okay, time for probably more bales and more than 2 bales, but we'll just put 2 in there. I don't think I can stack 3 and still be able to drive around with this thing. Never run around on a farm like that. I just backed my waves right into the bale spikes. I should be dead. Then again, that's also me in like 2/3 of the games I play, so. I am notorious for getting places I should not be. Yeah, I'll work with that. Of course, I parked that there, but I still gotta turn around. Aha! Just enough room. That's gonna run for a minute. I can kind of show. So I mentioned having another farm, so you can see like all my fields and stuff over here. I also own this plot down here. And it has its own little bitty farm here. That's going to be grapes and olives. And I'm trying to decide if I want to add something else there. I can't stand having my farm disorganized. I don't know why that is. Like, it's so organized to the point that even the stuff for my pickup truck has dedicated storage. Like, look at this. I have all this nice and neat over here. I have inside here, I have my truck. I have a little lawnmower that I use to mow this down whenever I feel like it. I even have back here on a dirt path tree planting stuff. These are my decorative stuff, so they don't get chopped down ever. That's where like this one came from. That one, the big one. Oh, both of those over there. This one here, the one in the horse pen. Like I've done a lot of work on this. And I am OCD about things being cleaned up. All the way down to the point that, like you can see, I've even got bale or pallet storage for my usables. My farm has to be cleaned and organized. Let's go ahead and close the gate. I don't know why that's a thing for me. It has to be cleaned and organized. Hey, I didn't finish that second bale. I keep calling bales pallets and pallets bales. Oh, there's another rule that I don't really talk. I don't think most people really think about it much. I have a set time speed. So I'm not allowed to go any slower or any faster. I am allowed to use the house to sleep through the night, but my time speed is set as at a perpetual ×3. Yeah, I get that one. I get it. I've been lucky enough that, with the exception of having my workers out in the fields doing anything, I'm really the only person using anything, so for the most part, I just put it away when I'm done with it. Which reminds me, one of the other things I do allow is any items that are on sale I have not looked at today. Is there anything good in the sales? That trailer might be good to get. Although this is the supersized trailer. You can extend this thing to almost like 1.5 times the length. I don't think I really need that trailer. Okay, so I think with that, I left the door open. With that, I'm done with my daily activities for the farm. That's all the stuff, well, with the exception of the food. I don't feed the animals daily. They're every 3rd month. So January, April, July, and October. Every 3 months, I fill up their food. Water is daily. But for the most part, everything else that you saw there, that is my daily tasks. Cleaning up all the pallets, getting water into the greenhouses, getting methane over into the gold production. This farm has too much going on. And I'm adding more to it. But at least I'm adding... So another rule, I'll spread these out as we go. Another rule I have is I can only have I have limited number of days. Every 5 months or every 5 plots of land I am allowed to add a day. Like now I have 2-day months, which does make things a little bit easier. Like, having all of this stuff, when I bought that, I actually had enough money to buy this one too. So I skipped the whole running 5 of them on single days. But yeah, that running all of this stuff up here on a single day month is rather painful. I also have huge amounts of passive money generation. So like, that shed has solar panels, that shed has solar panels, I have the 4 solar panels over there. I have beehives in various places, so like there's one right back there in the corner of the yard there. There's one back over there at the back entrance. I have another one over here near the front entrance by the greenhouses. So I have insane amounts. Oh, and on top of that, I have wind generators there and up there. So I get like insane amounts of money from this farm every year. And it's on hard mode. I actually have the economy set to the hardest settings. So I think fuel economy is also on hard. I think the only thing I didn't put to hard is dirt. Because I honestly hate the dirt. I want to turn it off, but it just doesn't seem right. Oh, and all these roads I put down. That's why it stops there. Have you played this map, Cal? It's called No Man's Land. This one's been around for, I think this is now the 3rd game he released it for, the mod maker. Hey, but this is my secondary farm. I'm still working on collecting all the stuff I need for it, so. I think it's available for console. It probably works better on PC just because you have more mods and stuff available. But it might be available on console. Essentially, you're going to start out with, well, depending on how you do it. I started out with nothing. I had the pickup truck that it usually spawns, and I gave myself a chainsaw. And the first plot of land over there that you start with were the houses. That's it. That's all I started with. Over here, I'm collecting things for the vineyard. I think that's the only thing I have right now. I actually got this on a nice sale for like 70% off. Can't complain about that. I refurbished this barn. So there's a broken down version of it here. But I like this barn for the vineyard stuff because it's all small. So the only thing this farm still needs... I forgot I can go up here. The only thing this still needs is like the tractor, the pieces of equipment. So like I don't have anything to actually work the stuff that's here. This stuff naturally appeared on the is on the map when you start. Unless you start on... Well, if you start on easy mode and then adjust all the settings, this will be here. The broken down barn will be here. You'll have a house, a shed, a bunch of pieces of equipment with a tractor. They'll have a water tower and a silo over there, and I think a workshop. Have a good night, PJ. I cannot talk tonight. Have a good night. Go get some sleep. I mean, the only reason I suggest doing it on PC over console is just because you have more mods. So you get a lot of the stuff that makes it easier to survive early on. But yeah, this is my second farm that I'm working on. It's very much a work in progress. I'll get it there. But I know I have a few things I do need to work on today. I need to lime and fertilize the 3 grass fields I have, and I think I'm trying to decide if I want to make more grass fields or if I want to leave it this natural grass like this so I don't have to do anything with it, just wait for it to grow. I do also have this stuff back here. This is not part of the map. I built this as well. This is for the platinum expansion stuff. So I can actually make all the different wood stuff for the platinum expansion. And this just gives me somewhere I can sell it. Otherwise, it has no sell points. I think I'm going to have to do something like that again for the premium expansion stuff, which I don't really have any of that right now. And I don't have any of it planned. My dog is sitting out in the middle of the field. And my real life dog has her head buried against the baseboard, against the floorboards. She's weird. Ah, here's my other beehive. So I'm trying to decide if... Now you can kind of help me on this one, Cal. So you see this big area that's all cut over here? I own all of this as well. I'm trying to decide if I want to turn this into a grass crop or if I want to just leave it like this and just mow it as is. It's like, I own all this. And I'm not really doing anything with it. If I do plow it up and make it a crop, it's going to be a lot of work. It looks like showing up, but it's really not. Like, everything from where the top of that edge, where it's cut, from that field over to where the edge of where it's cut, all of this down to the pig pen is one plot of land. So this is literally one chunk of land. Although I am going to pave this road. I'll probably keep it dirt because it's not really a main road area. The one around that area is going to stay actual pavement because I intend to go all the way around it, come back, and I'm going to keep all the woodworking lumber stuff up there. They are big. So all of this that I'm working in right now, so that far field right there, all these sheds, all of this stuff, the edge of this plot of land is right here. So this is the edge of the first plot of land that you get, and it goes all the way down here to where my little greenhouse and stuff is at over here. So everything up to this point, all the way down here to the chickens, all of that is one plot of land, including those trees, most of the water here. It's a huge amount of land. Oh, I built a bridge. I wanted a way to go around the little forest area, so I built a path over here and built a bridge that comes across. But yeah, they are kind of big. But when you think about it, the map is also pretty big too. I'm trying to remember. So I originally had a plan that the area down at the bottom of the map, down here by the shop, like this area I was going to develop into a little town or something. I just kind of abandoned that. That's far too much work for me. This is like the one farm that I actually do take on big projects and stuff, but even that one's too much for me. My current projects are getting that secondary farm up and running with all the vineyard stuff, and building a BGA. I'm going to have a full custom BGA built down there by the pig farm. Because I own all that too. And I did build this fancy road too. And put in all the trees. Did I ever take the... Nope. So that was the start of my town project. Was I built that house there. And, like, I just never did anything else. It was originally tied to a rule that I had that I just kind of ditched. And that was, I'm only allowed to have productions based on how many living spaces there are on the map. Like, this would be 2. The bakery has live-in accommodations. But I just kind of dropped that and said, nah, screw it. Just build the productions. Work with it. Anyways, I got some grass fields to take care of. Then next day, I can start planting the corn. Put in speed limits. Let's get one of our tractors over here. I'm gonna take this one. I just realized, I don't think I ever have more than 2 workers. Like on any map. I just really don't do a lot of workers. I like working the small farm maps. I may hire someone to do like follow me or something like that, but that's really all I use them for. Unless I'm doing a harvest. Then I might use them for whatchamacallit. I use them to harvest and I'll run the trailer. I can remember how big this is. I probably should have put the weight on here. Oh well. As long as I get in a straight line, it'll work. I also have all the settings turned on, so I get weeds. I have to lime. I have to plow. I get stones, which are annoying. Yeah, I definitely should put the weight on here. I'll grab it before we go to the next field. Eventually, I'll have to finish putting all my hedges and stuff in, so I won't be able to like cross the road like that. Eventually. Oh, this is the smallest width. I was gonna see if I could shrink it any further. And I just ran over my hedge. A great tractor driver, aren't I? You want to put me on in real life? I don't know, putting me in a real tractor probably would turn out quite bad. I'm overqualified? How am I overqualified to drive a tractor?